Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Let's check the roads now. Your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic. Some good news if you're on 94 East, heading out of the stadium towards downtown. That earlier crash blocking the left lane by 13th Street, that has been cleared up, and we are nice, free and clear through that area right now. As far as other incidents, just a smattering of broken down vehicles. Your drive times are looking excellent this afternoon. No other major delays. And your WTMJ forecast. While you are on the roads, you may want to hold on to that wheel a little bit tighter. It is windy across southeast Wisconsin. A wind advisory in effect until 6 p.m. for the entire area. High of 53 today, not going to feel like it. Gusts up to 45 miles an hour. Partly cloudy, cold and blustery tonight, down to 17 for the low. Mostly sunny Saturday, a high of 28. Sun Sunday and 36. Wintry mix is possible on Monday, high of 42. Then our next rainmaker with some snow mixed in could arrive Tuesday late in the day with a high of 46 degrees. Right now in Manitowoc, it's cloudy, windy, and 46. In Mukwonago, partly cloudy and 54. And in Milwaukee, partly cloudy and 52. I'm Adam Roberts. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 1:34.
Do you know or work with kids who have special healthcare needs? Help them live their best lives. Contact Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network. Our specialists will connect you with services in your area. Wisconsin Wayfinder is free and confidential. Call 877-947-2929 or visit dhs.wi.gov/WISCWAY. Connect today. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet Spring Workwear event is going on now, and we have a great selection of quality workwear styles at unbeatable prices. Like 30% off men's work and sport sweatshirts. Save $100 on select men's Keen utility work boots, $59.99 while supplies last. New at Blaine's, men's brunt workwear apparel, 25% off. Plus, earn $30 in Carhartt bucks for every $125 spent on Carhartt gear. We've got the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
It's a super affordable family fish fry Friday at the Mine Chef restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. Do not pay $16 or more for your fish fry. The Mine Chef fish fry is just $7.99, and it's all you can eat. You deserve it. After a long week, relax with a cold beverage and a great fish fry. Kids menu starts at $3.99, and they can safely play in that huge game room quietly tucked aside from the dining area while you finish up, maybe have an after-dinner drink. I repeat, hard to believe, the Mine Chef's all-you-can-eat fish fry is $7.99. Desserts are always buy one, get one free. The Mine Chef in beautiful downtown Hartford. And near the EAA in Oshkosh, tons of seating, lots of close parking. Reserve now for your Friday, $7.99 all-you-can-eat fish fry, serving from 11 a.m. Get there early. I love that fish fry. Your Saturday steak dinner is under $20. Sunday brunch under $15. What a value. MineChefRestaurant.com.
It's time for the Political Power Half Hour on Spanning the State. Here is Brian Noonan, Kristin Brey, and Steve Scafidi.
Welcome back to Spanning the State. We are at the Milwaukee Auto Show, but Steve Scafidi is on the phone and joins us now. And we have some pretty breaking news that happened since we talked this morning and got to the auto show. President Donald Trump today canceled a planned news conference with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky after a, shall we say, a contentious meeting in the White House. I know we've
shouting match.
Yeah, we've been playing some of the audio in the newscast, but let's play a little bit of that for listeners to hear what we're talking about.
You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful.
Steve, have you ever seen this kind of exchange with a country that's supposed to be an ally in the Oval Office in front of news cameras?
Not like this. This was a dog and pony show. Look, I spent the last half hour watching and rewatching a lot of this stuff, and an overarching idea that I thought about it. We went in roughly 80 years from the greatest generation to the goofiest generation. We have a president who's an intellectual lightweight, wearing makeup, reality TV star. His knowledge of U.S. history or anything related to world conflict goes back to like second grade. He wanted to embarrass Zelensky. That was his intention all along. He brought J.D. Vance to do some of the heavy lifting. Now he's claiming on Truth Social that he was disrespected, the United States was disrespected. Who treats an ally like that? None of this stuff should have been said in public like that. If you want to have an argument, do it in a closed session meeting between two leaders in a private conversation. You know, and just another overarching thought, if you want to be an ally of Russia, that doesn't usually end very well. And it's sort of an embarrassing day for our country when I watch these things from a president who's not qualified, either because he doesn't understand it or because he's so fixated on himself and his own imagery. He's not understanding that his comments, his actions, or probably more accurately inaction, will cost Ukrainian lives and put the future of Europe under great danger and concern. And that's the significance of this stuff. You know, and I was just writing this down as I was watching. The U.S. flag is worthless when the guy you're standing next to when you're saluting it is Vladimir Putin. It's worthless because you picked the wrong person to respect and to ally yourself with. He's created in his presidency and his now second presidency and everything in between distrusted every U.S. institution, from the FBI to how we conduct our elections, to the CDC, to science. His supporters, his followers trust none of that. That's dangerous, it's stupid, and just might do what he said Zelensky was doing, get us into a position where we have a very dangerous world, World War III or not.
Well, it is so obvious by his, not only his tone, but his demeanor and the whole thing. He expects everybody in the world to do exactly what he says. He listening to that audio, it is the stereotypical bully argument. He kept yelling and repeating the same thing over and over and over and over. And Zelensky isn't, unlike the rest of the Republican Party, isn't going to bend over for Donald Trump.
Zelensky's a fighter. He's trying to save the people of his country. He's wearing that uniform because he's a soldier too. He's trying to keep his country together. And if you're looking at this and saying, "Whoa, yeah, I love Donald Trump. He stood up to Zelensky. We got to get out of that war." Be prepared for us to be asked all over Europe for additional help, because that's what's going to happen. Putin's sole interest here is to embarrass Zelensky, take over that country, get all their assets, and keep going. He wants to reassemble the old Soviet Union. If you don't understand that, you don't know U.S. history or world history at all.
The deal we were trying to make Zelensky go for was to let Russia keep the part of Crimea that they invaded, to give us half of their mineral rights. It was extortion, plain and simple.
It's Donald Trump being Donald Trump, the art of the deal, even though it screws over millions of people in Ukraine and puts their lives in danger. It's sort of to use probably a poor example, but a movie analogy, it's Colonel Jessup in A Few Good Men. That's what Trump is. He thinks he talks the big game. He's got a lot of bravado, but at the end of the day, he ended up killing people. That's not a good thing. And I don't like to use movie analogies that often when we're talking about really important things, but this is a person who is a reality TV star, should not be taken seriously regardless of how many votes he got. This is not how a U.S. president conducts themselves. And I know a lot of people are going to be angry at me that are listening today. You know what? If you have a complaint, you send it on to WTMJ. I'm happy to read all of it.
But, Steve, I mean, it's hard to not read between the lines and think, are we marching towards being allies with Russia?
We are. And I don't know. I understand Trump likes and respects dictators and bullies. That's his deal. But as we all know, any of us who've experienced bullying or have been around that subject matter and that issue, bullies are weaklings. They talk a good game, but they have to be challenged and confronted head on. We're going to test our country. We're going to stress test our country when it comes to this stuff, because we need real leaders that are going to stand up to this nonsense. So if you're cheering all this bravado, all this reality TV nonsense, all this BS that the president is putting out, I hate to say it, but you're part of the problem. Good luck. It's going to be a rough 3+ years.
Steve, we're going to switch topics in a second, but I want one last thing. As a Republican, where's the line, do you think? What more will it take for Republicans in Congress to finally go, okay, this is enough, we have to start pushing back?
It's a great question, Brian, because I thought we've crossed this line a million times, whether it's the conduct of the president, personal conduct, his business conduct. his political conduct. Nothing seems to matter. There's this infatuation with this guy. Again, a makeup-wearing, intellectual lightweight who probably spends more time in his hair than a 1950s housewife. This is the guy that we're going to put our trust in? Please, stop.
All right, we like a fired up Steve.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about a big, beautiful bill that was passed this week by razor-thin margins with our friend Steve Scafidi. This is Spanning the State.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Chief Anti-Heartbreak Officer Brian Wickert. While national headlines talk about the inventory of homes for sale being a lot higher this year, that's still not the case in most of Wisconsin. The good news is that now, even in winter, AccuNet's experienced loan consultants are already helping many of our pre-approved home shoppers become homeowners and avoid the heartbreak of losing in a multi-offer situation. Sure, you can go with a flimsy, unimaginative bank pre-approval, or you can present your offer with an AccuNet rock-solid, fully verified, and guaranteed pre-approval that also might come with the phrase that really makes sellers happy: no appraisal required. When an appraisal is needed, we can also show you in dollars and cents what it means to willingly pay a certain dollar amount over the appraised value if that's what's needed to win, which is usually a lot less scary than people imagine. Reduce your risk of home shopper heartbreak by getting started with your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
Traffic is brought to you by Rejuvenix, your non-surgical joint therapy experts.
Is outdoor living limited at your place? Well, imagine a deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, maybe even an outdoor kitchen in your yard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. They're the best. Let them make Outdoor Living Unlimited in your yard like they did in ours. We are Wisconsin. We live outdoors as much as possible. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Fall in love with your vision with a new style from Shopko Optical. Use your vision benefits and schedule an annual comprehensive eye exam. You can check out new frame styles and order your annual supply of contact lenses all in one place. Shopko Optical is committed to quality eye care and will create personalized vision solutions tailored to your specific vision and lifestyle needs. Treat yourself to a new style. Call Shopko Optical or visit shopko.com to schedule an appointment at a location nearest you.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
It's Spanning the State. We are at the Milwaukee Auto Show up on the third floor. Stop by, say hi. And it is the Political Power Half Hour. Once again, returning to the show, our good friend Steve Scafidi is here. Steve, are you getting ready to spend your $5,000 stimulus check?
Yeah, I'll believe that one when I see one. And I'll tell you right now, if I get a $5,000 stimulus check, I'm donating it back to the government or somewhere else.
There you go.
Use it. I think the idea is stupid. But again, a lot of what we're seeing is just stupid talk, not actual real things. Now, maybe this administration will surprise me by things they're going to do with Congress. We're going to wait to find out, but I know you guys want to talk about the big budget bill that they're working on through the House and Senate.
Indeed. So the budget plan was passed this week. Apparently, House Speaker Mike Johnson had a prayer request.
He did. He prayed to Jesus.
And he got it, right? Someone was listening, because by 217 to 215, it passed. Representative Massey was the only Republican to break ranks, because he was like, this extends the deficit.
Yeah.
This actually doesn't rein anything in. What was your reaction to, I mean, this isn't the budget, right? This is the budget plan. They're now going into their committees to decide what cuts will have to be made. But what was your reaction to this, Steve?
Well, I mean, you just nailed it, right? So the idea is you have this budget, this big, beautiful budget bill. It's going to save us money and put some of our hard-earned tax dollars back into reducing the deficit and all that stuff. But they essentially just passed everything, increases for the Defense Department and other agencies. And they said, we'll get to those cuts, as you just said, in committee. What's the odds that's going to actually happen? I would say about 0 to 5%, because it never happens. They love to spend money. The way you do this, way they should do it is, I've said this for years, analyze all your budget line items, and you actually have to make cuts while you pass the bill. And they may not even get this far. They may just do another continuing resolution until September, which is just going to do what every other member of Congress and every congressional session has done before, pass the buck. It never works out that we save money.
I was just Steve, you know as well as I do, it's obviously the rank and file employees in all these federal agencies that are costing us all this money. So now that we're firing everybody, we should be fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the argument, right? That's why
that is the argument.
Cut people that are experts on things that now, and you've replaced those people with people that have no qualifications, no expertise in the area that they're leading, and often have never been a manager before, let alone the manager, the person responsible for billions and billions of dollars. You think that's going to work out well, or do we end up with more corruption and more inefficiency in government?
Well, and here's Steve. I asked you this morning, but I'm going to ask it again because I think it is a serious question. As far as there's lots of things we could cut. There's only so much we can cut before a lot of people get hurt by it. But is there any real way we're going to get out of the deficit and the debt that we're in without raising taxes on the wealthiest among us?
It's a great question, and there's a lot of depth to it, so I'm going to give you my quick answer. Everyone has to pay something.
Yeah.
We live in a tax environment where you can make a lot of money and pay nothing because of the way the system's been gamed over years. So rich people can get away with paying very little or nothing. Everyone has to pay their fair share. I don't even let the poorest of the poor. If you made $20,000, you pay $25. You got a piece of the game. You're part of the puzzle. You're part of the answer. Do I want to do that for those people? No, but that's part of the reality. Everybody has to pay in. If you're a business owner, you need to pay some tax. All of these things will contribute to actually having fiscal sanity. Until we're ready to make hard choices, none of that's going to happen.
All right, he is Steve Scafidi. We're going to take one more break and then come back and talk about a local issue that we didn't get to yesterday that became a national, maybe even an international issue over word choices. So stay with us with Steve Scafidi on Spanning the State.
There are a lot of interesting people and traditions in Wisconsin. 1 hour of covering culture and creativity in our state is simply not enough. I'm Sandy Max of WTMJ's What's on Tap with the happy news that my show is now expanded to 2 hours. So please join me weeknights from 6 till 8 for updates on festivals, films, food, music, theater, and other ways we love to make the most of Wisconsin life. What's on Tap with Sandy Max weeknights now from 6 till 8 on WTMJ. And subscribe to the What's on Tap podcast to listen anytime you want.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at Right Choice Tax Resolution. The IRS has you in their crosshairs. We are local and know how to deal with the IRS and state to solve your situation. Just the other week, we successfully removed the target on Nick to get $194,358 of taxes and penalties removed. This is why John Neal started Right Choice Tax Resolution, to help people fight the IRS and state. You don't know the ins and outs of all the taxes they can charge you or the more than 150 penalties they can impose on you. Make the right choice and call us at 844-222-1192. We want to help so your bank account doesn't get wiped out, your paycheck or Social Security garnished, or a lien put on your house. Get rid of that stress and get back to enjoying life. Call us at 844-222-1192 or visit rightchoicetax.us right now to book a meeting. We understand how stressful this can be. The situation won't go away if you do nothing. That's 844-222-1192 or rightchoicetax.us.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
So how would I describe our people? I'd say the people we set out to hire have to be smart, hardworking, and honest. Honesty being paramount of the three. Because honesty breeds integrity. And when you have integrity, you won't let yourself do anything less than your best. And that's who we're looking for. Character counts here, and integrity matters. That's why it's easy for us to offer the industry's best lifetime workmanship warranty with every roof we sell. A rock-solid warranty like ours guarantees our reputation and assures your satisfaction. At Semper Fi, we do the right thing. We seize the moral high ground and we hold it. And when you do that, you end up having a business that's going to last for generations. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Welcome back to Spanning the State. We are live at the Milwaukee Auto Show. This is live until Sunday. I am Kristin Brey.
I'm Brian Noonan, and we're talking to Steve Scafidi.
As we always do on Fridays. And Steve, so this has been a story that started to erupt last weekend, and it has to do with the governor's budget proposal, where on one of the statutes, he changed mother to inseminated person in regards to IVF protections. And despite the fact that we now know this has been a provision that he put in there for the last two budgets, and both times it has been crossed out and the Republicans have taken it out of the bill, this time it turned into a bit of a firestorm from right-wing media. What do you make of this story?
It is a talking point of right-wing media, and it's sort of an example of what I call the word game strategy of politics now. You try to find little things that irritate you and will fire up your base. This was not used indiscriminately across all of the references to mothers and fathers. At least that's my understanding. It was very specific use, but it's something that obviously right-wingers and people that make a living squawking on the radio can jump on. I know that even people I listen to have been playing this game as well. I don't really care about this very much. I understand why they're doing it, and it's all sort of related, which is sort of a weird connection to what's coming up in the U.S. Wisconsin Supreme Court election, trying to rally the base, get them excited. This is one of the tools they will use to sort of make the case that Democrats, Tony Evers, even though he's not up for election right now, they're out of touch with what America is thinking. I think it's silly.
That was my point. Why put it in for something theoretical when you're just giving your political enemies ammunition?
But I guess this is my thing. Now that we know that he's done this twice before, and there's never been this backlash in the past, to think, did he just not think that it would be, because it's a legal document, right? It's not campaign messaging.
Sure.
And so the fact that there was never an issue prior to this.
Correct.
Kristin, you just nailed it. Tony Evers is not a political insider or an expert on how to run campaigns or even what impacts campaigns as far as effectiveness or language. He probably didn't think about it, is I guess my honest answer. Doesn't mean he's dumb. He's not dumb. He's been the governor. He's done a decent job for some people. Some people maybe they disagree. But that is not a calculation that Tony Evers on his best day ever thinks about or makes.
Absolutely. All right, Steve. Well, we hope you enjoy your weekend. I know it's been a long week for you, but we're thinking about you, buddy. And as always, thanks for spending time with us on Friday.
Thanks, Steve.
Always great. Always good to talk to you guys. Thanks.
All right. When we come back at the Milwaukee Auto Show, we will spin around the state on Spanning the State.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Hey, Wisconsin, WTMJ's Greg Matzik here for Holiday Mazda in Fond du Lac, where the once-a-year auto show sales event is on. Prime time to explore all that's new and score great offers and special savings to get more Mazda for your money and more for your trade. Connect with Holiday for expert help, their low simplified price, and $500 auto show bonus cash on new 2025s. Stackable with offers like low 2.9% 5-year financing for well-qualified buyers on most models, including Mazda CX-30, CX-5, and CX-50. How about the 2-row Mazda CX-70 and 3-row Mazda CX-90? Save even more if you or someone in your household already drives Mazda with owner loyalty rewards. Get qualifying details today and enjoy the award-winning guest care at Wisconsin's #1. It's the stuff that makes fans of drivers from all over the Badger State, and I'm one of them. Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Mazda in Fond du Lac and holidaymazda.com. It's worth the trip.
Hey, boaters!
It's a boater's do-it-yourselfer's dream store. Kendor Marine stocks thousands of boat parts and supplies. Just about everything you'd ever need to keep your boat up and running. Whether it's common or something you think might be discontinued, you can bet on us having it. So don't be surprised when we have just what you need. I'm Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Hey, boaters!
Some call them oddball parts, but we call them a huge part of our inventory. Dave Doro here from Kendor Marine. With thousands of boat parts and supplies stacked right here in our store, you won't have to look elsewhere. If you need it, chances are we got it, along with expert advice to get your job done right. Hey, boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Are you on track to achieve your retirement plans? Hi, I'm Jeff Kowal of Kowal Investment Group. We've recently joined Creative Planning, a national registered investment advisor. This move to Creative expands our ability to provide comprehensive wealth management, investment advisory, and retirement planning services. Now is the time to put your lifetime of hard work into action. For over 37 years, we've helped clients toward making their retirement dreams become a reality, and we'd like to help you too. And the best part, your plan will be completely tailored to you. Our in-house team of specialists will take the time to learn about you and your family, review your current situation, and find out what your goals are. Then we'll design a plan to help you get there. To get started, request your free meeting today with one of our fiduciary advisors by visiting creativeplanning.com. Whether you have met with us in the past or this will be your first meeting with us, we're excited to introduce Kowal Investment Group to you as Creative Planning. Visit creativeplanning.com today.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Breaking news as it happens. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 2 o'clock, it's 52 degrees. A wind advisory is in effect until 6 o'clock for all of southeastern Wisconsin. Tonight, partly cloudy and blustery with a low of 17, but those wind gusts will go up to 40 miles an hour. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Tiff Bua. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has left the White House today without signing a critical minerals deal with the U.S. after he and President Trump had several angry exchanges.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
The breakdown of negotiations comes at a pivotal moment for Ukraine as Zelensky sought security guarantees from the U.S. and the Trump administration seeks to negotiate an end to the Russia-Ukraine war. High lead levels forced the temporary closure of a Milwaukee public school. Milwaukee Health Commissioner Micah Todoritis outlines the reasons for closing Trowbridge Elementary School in Bayview.
We found lead hazards on top of remediated surfaces and the unsafe lead work that we observed. Those pieces, again, were different from the previous work. So again, we flagged those and, made this plan to do the voluntary closure.
Around 280 students and staff will transition to the Wisconsin Conservatory of Lifelong Learning on Monday while the health department works on cleaning Trowbridge. The health department confirmed that there are no additional cases of lead poisoning reported in the district. The Milwaukee VA isn't the only veterans hospital to see job cuts this week.
More than a dozen Veterans Affairs workers were fired in Madison this week. It's all part of the latest cuts to the federal workforce by DOJ. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel says all in all, 16 were terminated out of Madison, including one disabled veteran. Earlier this week, the paper says 10 were fired from the Milwaukee VA. In Toma, no word on the number of staff cut there, but Congressman Derek Van Orden did tell the Journal-Sentinel there have been adjustments in the staffing. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News.
The West Texas measles outbreak has grown to 146 cases, with 1 death and 20 hospitalizations. While the number of infections steadily rises, so does the number of vaccinations.
Texas law requires children entering public school to be vaccinated against measles, but it also allows parents to refuse the shot for their kids. While West Texas has some of the highest rates of non-vaccination in the country,
we are seeing an increase in our vaccination numbers.
Lubbock Public Health Director Catherine Wells says 50 kids got their shots at a measles clinic Thursday.
11 of them had previous exemptions.
Their parents having had a change of heart. Jim Runyon, ABC News, Dallas.
Time for news about your money. Here's your WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Everything in the green on this last day of February. Your Dow is up 240 points to 43,479. The S&P 500 is up 37 points to 5,898. And the NASDAQ is up 111 points to 18,656. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, and Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 2:04.
Fingers come in different sizes.
It's one of the first things you learn as a jeweler.
And a ring can only be sized up or down a little bit.
Which means it's a really good thing to know your ring size.
And it's an even better thing to know their ring size.
This is why we're announcing
the Ring Size Registry at Kessler's.
We're doing it as a public service. It's completely free.
Free. Isn't that a great price?
Here's how it works.
Just drop into any Kessler's Diamonds location and tell one of the owners that you'd like to know your ring size.
Kessler's is an employee-owned company, so whoever greets you at the door is an owner.
They'll determine your ring sizes and add them to our Ring Size Registry.
Then, when someone wants to know your ring size...
Because, you know, maybe they want to surprise you.
All they have to do is call or stop into Kessler's.
Surprises can be fun, don't you think?
We're happy to do this for you, even if you don't buy a ring from us.
But after you take a look around, we think you probably will. Visit KesslersDiamonds.com for a location near you and register your ring sizes today.
With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Surging Bucks have won 6 of their last 8 games. Bucks head coach Doc Rivers on the key to the Bucks' recent success.
We've been very good defensively. It's definitely something we're going to watch and teach and show that we can do it every night. We have to.
The Bucks begin a 2-game road trip Saturday night in Dallas against the Mavericks, and the Brewers take on the Giants this afternoon in Cactus League play as it continues in Scottsdale. Coverage is starting right now on 94.5 ESPN. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. The police are out in 2 spots today with disabled vehicles. So the first one to be aware of is on the exit to US 18 at 94 West. So police are there, and it's right on the ramp. The other one is I-94 West at the ramp from Moreland Road. The right shoulder is blocked with a disabled vehicle, and police have their lights on out there.
Traffic is sponsored by the amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
The successful Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford is hiring positive professional servers and bartenders. You'll make great cash. Inquire today. Start next week. MineShaftRestaurant.com.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. The wind advisory is in effect until 6 o'clock for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, partly cloudy and blustery with a low of 17. Those wind gusts can get up to 40 miles an hour. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 28. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 36. Monday, a chance of wintry mix, mostly cloudy though, with a high of 42. And for your Tuesday, a chance of rain with a high of 46. Right now in Madison, it's 53 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 53. In Green Bay, it's 46. And in Milwaukee, it's partly cloudy and 52 degrees. I'm Tiff Pua. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is coming up on 2:08.
It's time to take a spin around Wisconsin and find stories you might have missed. Here's Spinning the State on Spanning the State Live from the Milwaukee Auto Show at the Fair Center with Kristin, Brey, and Brian Noonan.
Spanning the state. We are live at the Milwaukee Auto Show. And yes, we can still bring the wheel. We can still spin while we are elsewhere. So if you want any of the details from our stories in Spinning the State, text the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620. Kristin, shall we?
We shall.
Spin it.
Baraboo.
All right, theater lovers in the Baraboo area who long to see Broadway tours and other top-tier productions are getting closer to the possibility of those shows coming to town. The historic Al Ringling Theater is getting a $1 million upgrade. It's at AI. Have you been to the theater? I couldn't tell if it was AI or Al, but there's a period. Well, you know, the Ringling Theater, it's getting a big upgrade. The Wisconsin Historical Society is installing an automated stage rigging system at the downtown venue that can achieve much quicker scene changes than the theater's former manual system, and as a result, host a wider array of acts. The theater is closed for the installation of the modern stage transition system and is slated to reopen March 13th. The Milwaukee State Journal spoke with Brandon Merkel. He's the technical director of the theater, and he said he believes the touring productions from Broadway and elsewhere would be able to bring in shows with the new rigging system in place. Quote, "This would be an incredible opportunity for the local communities to be exposed to arts and entertainment that they otherwise would not experience. It would generate both revenue and pride to the local artistic community." And, quote, "The project's cost is covered by donations received when the theater was gifted to the Society last March by the Ringling Theater Friends Group, which owned the theater from 1989 to 2024.
There you go.
They're very exciting news.
Very exciting.
All right, let's spin it one more time on a Friday.
Oshkosh.
Oshkosh. All right. Well, any craftsman knows you need the right tool for the job. For students enrolled in construction, manufacturing, and automotive courses in Oshkosh, one of those tools is a laser drill. Ooh. Now, thanks to a generous donation, they have new ones. Both Oshkosh North and West high schools installed 2 new laser drill presses as part of a $10,000 donation from global electric motor manufacturer Regal Rexnord to the Oshkosh Area School District Education Foundation. The Oshkosh Northwestern reported that the district celebrated the donation with a ribbon-cutting ceremony February 20th at Oshkosh North High School. The new laser drill presses replace 50-year-old pieces of equipment and will serve approximately 435 students enrolled in construction, manufacturing, and automotive courses. During the event, representatives of Regal Rexnord toured Oshkosh North CTE spaces and spoke of the importance of providing students with current industry-standard tools to better prepare them for the workforce. In a statement, the company said in part, quote, "We are excited to support the Oshkosh Area School District with a donation from our charitable foundation. Supporting youth education is integral to Regal Rexnord's goal of creating a better tomorrow."
All right, well, that is it. We're doing a short Spinning the State because I'm very excited about what is about to come next and the man we are going to talk to. But if you missed any of the details, text the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620 to get all the details. When we come back, Kristin is shaming me a tiny bit because I'm so excited about our next guest.
No shame.
Austin Richardson. If you don't know that name, you will when we're done talking to him. For no other reason than I don't know what his high school career counselor was talking to him about, but he has one of the most unusual jobs, and he is going to showcase his abilities and talents this weekend at the Fiserv Forum. We'll be back with Austin after this on Spanning the State.
We've all heard of Larry Bird. Allow us to introduce Derry Bird.
It's A.J. Green slashing a three down from the right wing on the other end of the court. It's a one-point game. Giannis back to A.J. A.J. going to try to answer. Off-balance three, and he hits it. How did he hit that one? The Derry Bird going deep into his bag of tricks there.
We're the home of Derry Bird and the Bucks. WTMJ.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Chief Anti-Heartbreak Officer Brian Wickert. While national headlines talk about the inventory of homes for sale being a lot higher this year, that's still not the case in most of Wisconsin. The good news is that now, even in winter, AccuNet's experienced loan consultants are already helping many of our pre-approved home shoppers become homeowners and avoid the heartbreak of losing in a multi-offer situation. Sure, you can go with a flimsy, unimaginative bank pre-approval, or you can present your offer with an AccuNet rock-solid, fully verified, and guaranteed pre-approval that also might come with the phrase that really makes sellers happy: no appraisal required. When an appraisal is needed, we can also show you in dollars and cents what it means to willingly pay a certain dollar amount over the appraised value if that's what's needed to win, which is usually a lot less scary than people imagine. Reduce your risk of home shopper heartbreak by getting started with your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzek. Have you been to the Hounds and Tap yet? In Menominee Falls, this state-of-the-art facility and the ultimate hangout for hounds and humans. Grab a drink at the indoor-outdoor tavern, let your dogs hang out. You can even book professional grooming services, from pedicures to full spa treatments. Every day is a play day at the Hounds and Tap. Hang out with your dog and others, or drop your dog off for doggy daycare or doggy boarding services. Check out thehoundsandtap.com. That's thehoundsandtap.com.
Welcome back. It is Spanning the State.
Wow. Wow.
I'm Kristin Brey.
Wow, I'm Brian Noonan. We are at the Milwaukee Auto Show, and tomorrow night at the Fiserv Forum, the PBR, it is the Unleash the Beast series of professional bull riders. They are coming in 30 professional bull riders taking on some of the toughest bovine athletes in the country. Joining us to tell us all about the event and his unusual career choice is Austin Richardson. He is currently ranked number 7 on the PBR Tour after taking first place at Unleash the Beast in Jacksonville. He's also a member of the PBR Team League, which we'll talk about, and he appeared in the PBR World Finals 4 times. Austin, thanks for being here. I'm sorry things aren't working out for you. It sounds like things are going pretty rough.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so I know we have many questions for you. A lot of people listening have questions for you. The most obvious question: what is the appeal of jumping on 3,000 pounds of angry beef and trying to ride it around a ring?
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was the love for the sport. As soon as I did it one time, I just got hooked like that. Now that I'm riding and doing it professionally, it's just it's a love for the sport and just conquering something that's kind of impossible for some people.
So Austin, I was saying at the beginning of the show, I've been to the Houston Rodeo, which was a cultural experience to being from Wisconsin. But there's so many different events, right? There's bronc riding, there's barrel racing, and now I've seen Yellowstone, so I'm aware of other things. But so when you're a young kid and you're around rodeo culture, kind of how do you decide which one you're drawn to, or what was it about bull versus riding a horse that you were like, this is for me?
Yeah, I wasn't really much of a horse kid when I was younger.
Okay.
But I did ride horses and stuff like that. I didn't do any other rodeo events at all, but bull riding just had me hooked as soon as I did it for the first time.
Well, you grew up on your grandparents' farm in Texas, and you grew up near some championship bull riders.
Yes, sir.
Is that what kind of aimed you toward bull riding as opposed to anything else?
Yeah, I could say so. Larry Marchi was a PBR world champion. When he came from Brazil, he moved like 2 to 3 miles away from me. So to be able to watch him when I was a kid and watch his career and him win a world title, it just kind of pushed me towards riding bulls.
So then for the Unleash the Beast event, how is that different than like a traditional rodeo?
Yeah. So it's the top 35 guys in the world versus the top 35 bulls in the world.
Wow.
So it's just bull riding. So yeah, you're going to see some of the ranked bulls this weekend in Milwaukee. I think Manhater's going to be here. I think he's #1 bull right now, and you'll see the top guys in the world.
So what does that mean? Because Brian was explaining that to me this morning. I was unaware that the bulls themselves are ranked.
Yeah, they're running for a world title as well for the bull of the year, and they can make butts load of money. But yeah, they get scored just like we do. It's 50 points from me, 50 points from the bull.
Okay.
We combine those two rides and get a high score. My high score was 94 3/4. So like as high as you can go is 100.
Okay.
So that was
pretty good.
Pretty good. But yeah, those bulls, they're just looking for a bunch of kick, a bunch of real flashy bucking, and there's going to be a lot of them this weekend.
And for you, it's not just staying on for 8 seconds, right? They're judging you on what kind of things.
Exactly. Yeah. They're judging me on how easy I ride that bull. If I'm sitting in the middle and I'm riding that bull easy the whole 8 seconds, and I step off and land on my feet, they're gonna mark me higher than the bull.
Okay.
If I'm hanging off the side and just holding on for dear life and it's not going my way, they're gonna mark me under the bull. It's not gonna be that good of a score.
Like out of 10 times, how often are you stepping off the bull versus getting thrown off the bull?
More times than I don't know. My riding percentage right now is almost 50%. So,
okay.
So it's 50-50.
As a 7th in the world, that's got to be that's pretty good,
yeah,
right?
So most time I try to land on my feet, but it's not going to happen like that. Especially when you're trying really hard and the bulls kind of got you beat. You're going to hit the ground pretty hard.
How soon do you know into a ride if the bull does have you beat on that ride?
Sometimes you never know, because like I always try every bull every time 100%, because you never know what could happen. The bull could jump one way and pick you back up, and you're in the middle again. But there is a few times when you leave that box and you're just beat to the outside. There's no catching up with a 2,000-pound bull.
So if anybody has ever been to an event, which is going to be at Fiserv Forum tonight or tomorrow night and Sunday, they see you as a rider. You get on the bull, and we know bad things are going to happen. Any guy who's bet on a horse is probably thinking, is there any special padding, for.
Yeah, there's a lot of special padding. We got vests. We got some guys wear pads on their knees and stuff.
That's not what I'm talking about.
He's talking about like bull riding biking shorts.
No.
You just hop on.
Free ball.
Good. See, now you know.
That makes it even more impressive. Yeah. So you get out there, and you said sometimes it goes bad, and you've suffered a couple pretty serious injuries.
Yes, sir.
that at the point of those injuries look like they may really impact your career. Yeah. When that happens, what's the mental process of getting back on that bull and going, you know what? Yeah, I got hurt, but this is what I do.
Yeah. So like last year, I had reconstructed knee surgery. I had an ACL, MCL, and PCL all redone. I was sitting #1 in the world when that happened, and that was pretty frustrating because I was having one of the best years of my life.
Yeah.
But no, it was all part of God's plan. I went about my business, did all my therapy. I mean, it put a toll on me for a minute, but I was luckily I had a good team behind me, friends, family, everybody, and just once I got healthy, I was ready to go.
No. I have to imagine it's part of the job.
Yep.
I mean, is there anyone you've ever encountered that's a bull rider that has not had some kind of major injury?
Yeah. I mean, there's a few guys that have been really, really lucky. And, like for myself, I look at myself as a lucky guy with injuries because there's a whole lot worse out there that I've seen before.
Yeah.
And I'm very fortunate, and a lot of guys are too.
Explain to people what the rodeo clown and you have clowns at these PBR events too. So Unleash the Beast. What is their job? Because those guys seem almost as nuts as the guys who are riding the bulls.
Yeah, so get this. They fight 90 bulls in a weekend, maybe more. I only have to get on 3 of them for 8 seconds apiece. No, them guys, they're monsters.
Because explain their job. Yeah, they're basically getting the bulls back in the containment, right?
Yes, they're getting those bulls, giving us like an extra 2 seconds to get away from that bull. So if you really watch them, it's art because they know exactly what move they need to make. They sit in a triangle and they go from one end to the other end of the bull. Like they really play it out perfect, and they give us an extra chance. And if there's a small gap we're about to get ran over, they're going to take a hooking with us too. So if it wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't be able to walk away healthy most of the time.
There's a public misnomer that when you strap onto that bull, you're tying off certain parts of their anatomy to make them mad, and that's not true, right?
No, it'd be like anybody else. If you put a rope around your balls, you're not going to want to move.
That's true.
No, it's called a flank. It's a nylon rope. It's real soft. Most bulls are just like me, putting my belt on and you. So it could be a little tighter. It could be a lot looser.
Okay.
They do that from yearling since they're yearlings, and they compete with them bulls. And like, I mean, any of them bulls, they don't have to buck if they don't want to. They want to.
And as soon as you let go, that rope drops to the ground,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, and they walk out. They know their job. They really do. They'll let you come back there and pet all over them and stuff, and then once they get in that box, they know it's time to go.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so there's this bull called Riding Solo. Cord McCoy owns him. He's a world champion bucking bull. He can walk back there, put a halter on him. His wife brushes him. His little daughter gives him baths and stuff like that. And he's one of the buckingest bulls in the world. And he's as nice as can be. But once he gets in that bucking shoe, it's game on.
Now, one of the ones you're riding tomorrow is "I'll Make You Famous."
I'll Make You Famous.
Do you guys pick how are bulls assigned to you, and what do you know about "I'll Make You Famous"?
Yeah, so this past Wednesday, like a few days early before the event, they do a random draw. It's on a computer. It puts all the bulls, all the riders in there, and it just mixes it up, and that's how you get put in. We do get to watch videos and stuff of our bulls. There's a lot of footage throughout the years of those bulls being bucked. So we get to see what our bull is, especially when they're new and they're coming from a different ranch or something like that. Then we get kind of see what they're about.
Game film.
I was gonna say it's like game film.
Exactly.
Is there actually, like, when you watch it, like, you change your strategy at all of how you're gonna ride that bull?
No, what I'm looking for is the kick, the way they're kicking it. If they're not kicking that hard, I know I need to stay forward more. If they're kicking a bunch, I can sit up more. But those bulls, they can do whatever they want. If I watch 10 videos of him going out there and going left the whole time, and I'm banking on him to go left, he could go out there and go right. You know? You can never set a trap on them because, like I said, they can do whatever they want.
Before we let you go, I mentioned you're part of the team events, too, for PBR, which I've been watching. So I didn't realize there's a draft for bull riders like there is for the NFL or the NBA or anything else. How did that work, and how did you get involved in the team element?
Yeah, so in 2022, they launched the PBR teams, and I was second-round draft pick for the Austin Gamblers. It was pretty cool the first year, and it's getting pretty big. And I'm part of the Nashville Stampede now.
Okay.
Justin McBride, two-time world champion bull rider, he's the coach of Nashville. I'm glad to work with them guys. But this team deal is bringing a lot to the sport. It's helping out the riders more, getting more training, getting trainers, and being more professional about it because we're just a bunch of cowboys, you know. But no, it's bringing a lot to the sport. It's helping the bull riders and helping the community of bull riding.
All right, and you're wearing a belt or a buckle that you won somewhere else. Is that still a badge of honor? Obviously the money is great.
Yeah.
But is the buckle still the thing?
Yeah, the buckle holds the memory.
There you go.
And I love this was from Madison Square Garden last year. I was able to win that one as well. And
very cool.
It's a major. It pays a bunch of money and a bunch of points, and it was pretty good.
Very great.
Well, cool. Austin Richardson has been our guest. You can go and get tickets. Go to PBR.com. The event is tomorrow, the first rounds, and then the finals are on Sunday. Austin, good luck this weekend. Thanks for coming by. It's a lot of fun, and good luck once the team season starts.
Thank you so much. I was enjoying
All right,
my time.
Let's do this, and then there's more. It's Spanning the State.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great idea for how you can spend your weekend and come up with some cool ideas how to spend the rest of the year in the great state of Wisconsin. It is Experience Wisconsin. Saturdays at 1 o'clock, we will spin you around the state, tell you some cool places to go, introduce you to some fascinating people. It's Experience Wisconsin. On this week's show, it is beautiful Lake Geneva, and as we head into the Easter season, O&H Danish Bakery. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays right here on WTMJ.
You're right, and I'll agree. It does sound too good to be true. but offering you affordable treatment that alleviates pain, which really does work, that we've seen in most cases insurance paid for in full, is a definite reality. It's pain relief, really. And these are FDA-approved treatments. They're safe and proven to reduce inflammation and alleviate pain. Yeah, you'll have to get a couple of shots, and I know that can scare people. But the needle is extremely small. And after giving shots like this hundreds of thousands of times, you'll see we make it very easy. You're going to feel the relief that our powerful pain relief agents give you. They're pain relief drugs that solve pain problems. And the way I feel is that Rejuvenex should be the first stop for anyone living with pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. At $65 per joint, per injection, it's probably the most affordable pain relief option available that actually works. Rejuvenex Google reviews will tell you more.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Just like most cars and trucks can't run without oil, no person can function without food. That's why through March 1st, the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee is contributing $1 from every oil change to Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has provided more than 2.6 million meals to people in southeast Wisconsin. And now the need is greater than ever. Find a participating Adam dealer near you at adamm.com.
Imagine waking up to the updated kitchen or bathroom of your dreams. J&J Contractors is your preferred partner in all your home renovation needs. They can transform your kitchen with beautiful new floors, custom cabinetry, and more. Dreaming of a spa-like oasis with custom tile work and fixtures? J&J Contractors will design a bathroom that leaves you feeling relaxed and rejuvenated. For your free consultation, just search online, J&J Contractors, or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I travel, I've had my share.
It's Spanning the State. I'm Kristin Brey.
I'm Brian Noonan. We're at the Milwaukee Auto Show. If you come on by, we are just outside the main pavilion, so stop by, say hi. Do you feel like you learned something now?
I certainly learned something. You know what I was thinking as we were talking about the different bull names? I wonder what because you know when we were with all the horse, like professional horse racers,
right?
And they always have really interesting names, and it's about their lineage as far as who the stud was and their dad and everything. And I wonder what it goes into naming the bulls.
Probably the same kind of mentality, because the owners of these bulls are looking to make a lot of dough, just like a racehorse owner. But it is interesting to see how this works, and I've been to one live event. I'm going to be there tomorrow watching.
I know.
So I'm excited about that, and I'm telling you, if you have a couple minutes, I know you're always busy on the weekends. On a Sunday early afternoon, instead of watching a televised preacher, I watch small guys hop on.
Have you been on a mechanical bull?
I have.
How'd it go?
Did not go well. I went up, I came down, I went up, and just kept going. When we come back, Debbie Lozica has a driver's ed with Deb.
Report from ABC News. I'm Michelle Franzen. A tense exchange between President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky, leading Zelensky being asked to leave the White House before meetings took place on ending Russia's war with Ukraine.
I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States, and your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out.
President Trump then accusing Zelensky of not being ready for peace. Senator Lindsey Graham among the officials in the room now suggesting Zelensky to resign.
I talked to Zelensky this morning. Don't take the bait. President Trump was in a very good mood last night. Somebody asked me, am I embarrassed about Trump? I have never been more proud of the president.
Democratic House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called today's meeting appalling, claiming the fallout will embolden Vladimir Putin and Russian aggression. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News time is 2:31. 53 degrees, partly sunny. At the WTMJ Breaking Newsroom, I'm Greg Matzik. More on that Oval Office meeting between President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky. engaging in what is being described as a shouting match. Trump telling Zelensky either to make a deal or the U.S. is out, and that he's gambling with World War III. President Trump releasing a statement saying, in part, quote, I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved.
We have something that is a very fair deal, and we look forward to getting in and digging and working and getting some of the rare earth. But it means we're going to be inside, and it's a big commitment from the United States, and we appreciate working with you very much.
Closer to home, Eric Hovde's lawsuit against the Democratic Political Action Committee and several media companies is dismissed. The former Republican Senate candidate sued for defamation over ads that said he, quote, rigged the system to become a multimillionaire California banker. A Brown County judge has ruled the ads constitute mere expressions of opinion. Hovde lost his 2024 election bid against Senator Tammy Baldwin by less than 1 percentage point. And it appears to be another down year for subscriptions to Wisconsin's largest newspaper. Print editions of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel down 15% last year compared to 2023, while digital subscriptions declined by just under 10%. The paper's parent company, Gannett, predicts revenue for digital products will increase in 2025. The Milwaukee Business Journal reports Gannett's total revenue has declined every year since 2019. Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Bit of a rebound here as all the indices are now in the green after several hours this morning in the red. The Dow currently surging up 315 points at 43,554. NASDAQ up about 125 today at 18,670. S&P 500 is up about 50 today at 5906. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Financial planning at every level. For details, visit annexwealth.com. Taking a look at your roads, a WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic update. 94 westbound, the ramp from Moreland Road. The right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Volume starting to pick up a little bit in that area. If you can get over to a safer lane, please do so. That vehicle that's disabled is on the right shoulder, 94 westbound, the ramp at Moreland Road. Otherwise, pretty standard travel climbs across the system. One notable delay, just a 2-minute delay, 43 southbound from Brown Deer to downtown. Wind advisory in effect until 6 o'clock tonight for all of southeastern Wisconsin. Blustery and cold this evening with a low of 17. Mostly sunny on Saturday with a high of 28. Sun returns on Sunday with a high of 36. Back into the low 40s on Monday under partly cloudy skies. Right now in Madison, it's 53 and sunny. Green Bay, 48. Waukesha, 53. It's 53 at the Avenue. I'm Greg Matzik. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 2:34.
What we've found is that when you have workers who feel valued, you get better results. This is why good people and good culture should matter to anyone looking for an exterior remodeling company they can trust. It's going to be your experience and the end result that gives you peace of mind, because you'll know your work was done by people who care. We realized early on that if we were going to change the reputation of this industry for the better, that finding good workers that you could trust to do great work was going to be the key. We're attracting good people every day because we take care of our people. We want to make sure they feel important because they are. And we're going to make sure you feel important and valued too, with excellent customer service and high quality work. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Finding the special healthcare resources families need just got easier. Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network helps kids with delays, disabilities, special healthcare needs, and mental health conditions. Call toll-free 877-947-2929. Ask questions, get answers. Connect today toll-free 877-947-2929. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Vince Vitrano here for Connect Chiropractic. Numbness, tingling in the hands, arms, legs, feet. Time to go see Dr. Alex Young and my team at Connect Chiropractic. Regular chiropractic care can bring life-changing results for folks who suffer from neuropathy and fibromyalgia, nervous system issues that can be corrected, and no worries about twisting, cracking, or popping. The docs at Connect Chiro use all the same method, a special tool that is pain-free and effective for your adjustments. Visit them in Delafield and Wauwatosa or get started online at goconnectchiro.com.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
It's Spanning the State live at the Milwaukee Auto Show, the Baird Center, third floor. The show runs through Sunday. Tickets still available. You can pick some up when you get here, too. And if you come by, stop by and say hi. We're here. Then it's Wisconsin's Afternoon News. I'm Brian Noonan.
And I am Kristin Brey. And Brian, I have to imagine, with all the miles you put on your car, that you have at least once wished that someone who was driving dangerously on the road would get caught then and there and serve their consequence.
True, and I've also thanked the car manufacturers for not having that so that I was not
okay.
on the receiving end.
Well, in this month's Driver's Ed with Debbie, our very own Debbie Lozica takes a closer look at dash cams and how they can help level the playing field out on the roads.
Okay. Tell me if this has happened to you. You're driving along, minding your own business, following all the traffic rules like I know you do, and bam, some yahoo comes up on the right shoulder and cuts you off to get ahead of you.
What an idiot.
Don't you just wish there was a way to catch these people in the act? Well, recently I fell into a YouTube rabbit hole watching dash cam videos and wondered, dash cams, are they really a thing? Well, according to Wisconsin Statute 346.88, they are legal as long as they don't obstruct your view of the road. So at least there's that. But you gotta wonder, have they always been a thing? Insurance Information Institute's Scott Holman says, sort of.
Dash cams have been used by law enforcement for decades. It started in the 1960s, but it's really only become popular with private drivers in the last 15 years. Right now, it's only estimated that maybe 10 to 18% of people use dashboard cameras while they're driving.
But that percentage is starting to climb because it could actually affect your insurance premium.
Some insurance companies may provide discounts by using dash cams. There's something called telematics that some insurance companies use to, if you have, say, a younger driver, you may qualify for a discount if you allow a camera to be put in that car that then sends messages back to the insurance company and to the parents to let everyone know how that young driver is doing.
Beyond being something that you can send into YouTube and get your 15 minutes of fame, dash cams have typically been used as impartial witnesses. And when things become a he said, she said situation, footage from dash cams can clarify things empirically.
The benefit of them is if something happens, if there is an accident, this can help provide information about what caused that accident, or at least provide some clarity for the situation at hand.
What about the folks who are always on the road? The trucking industry. How do they feel about dash cams? Craig Plewa, truck driving instructor at MATC in Oak Creek, says even when he was driving, it wasn't required equipment, but he went out and got one installed himself. Nowadays, it's a lot more common.
I think more and more trucking companies are beginning to have these as just regular equipment. It's in their own benefit. There's people that go out and cut in front of trucks and slam on the brakes so they get hit and can sue them. And if you have this on dash cam, it definitely helps your case in court when you can see it's an intentional act.
They're even talking about further technology.
They're actually eliminating the mirrors off the side of the trucks and having cameras so you can see inside the truck. You have no blind spots. You can see all the way around and everything is recorded there too.
And we're not just talking about America either. Speaking with Michelle Cheney, who was a city bus driver in Sydney, Australia, I found out that dash cams are important there too.
I was driving along a motorway and a car in front of me braked suddenly, so I braked and I looked in the mirror and all I saw was the grille of a great big truck. Now I actually put my foot down and swerved to get out of the way. It then jackknifed, it slid across 3 lanes of traffic and missed every car in sight. Anyway, I thought it was quite interesting, so I came home and we have a YouTube channel in Australia called Dash Cams Australia, so I thought I'll just upload it to there and see what happens.
The next day, her friends called her up saying they saw her video on TV.
So obviously Channel 9 put it on their news about this lucky call that we had. It was very close.
Let's face it, when something happens, happens, there are going to be multiple perspectives on what truly happened in that incident. How do you know what's true? Bottom line, dash cams can be an objective way to get a somewhat unbiased depiction of an incident, and you don't even have to put it up on YouTube. Debbie Loziga, WTMJ News.
Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Got an old boat, a new boat in between. Kendor Marine, upholstery and parts, hard to find things. Kendor Marine. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Everything you need but the water. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Like a boat-loving kid in a candy store. Kendor Marine. If you have a question, we have the expertise at Kendor Marine. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water.
Easy to find at 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin or at KendorMarine.com.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
At Wisconsin's own Accunet Mortgage, our closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 less than the banks or the mortgage guys with the Rocket for exactly the same rate. Find out how much you can save at ACCUNET.com.
Tired of staring at the same old garage door? Vince Vitrano here, Lifetime Door Company, wants to give you a new one for free. Your chance to win by texting GARAGE to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. All you need to do is take a picture of your garage door or get creative. Tell us a story. Register to win and you can pick the door of your dreams. Valued at up to $8,000, text GARAGE to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. For contest rules, visit our website WTMJ.com.
Warmer temps are on their way, which means it's time for the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Spring Home Improvement Showcase on WTMJ. I love this. It's going to be fun. It's going to be informative. Get all the tips, the tricks, and the best practices to improve your home with our trusted partners, including J&J Contractors and Bruce's team at Realty Executives. It's the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Spring Home Improvement Showcase. Going to be great. It's only here on WTMJ.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Let's play a game.
Come on down! How fun!
I'm ready!
Pick me, pick me, pick me. Put on your thinking caps. It's time for the Ha Ha Friday Fun Time Grandiloquent Game Show. Put your heads together and welcome your quizmasters, Kristin Brey and Brian Noonan.
Let's play.
All right, first we have to give a shout-out to Julia Fellow, who is fantastic at wrangling strangers because of her no-fear journalistic background. So we actually have two players. We have Kevin and Janine. Welcome. We're glad you're here. A married couple?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You got to talk, Kevin. You can't just nod. It's radio. That's okay. Very nice. And where are you from?
Racine.
Nice.
Did you come here looking for a specific car?
Just looking at what's out there.
What do you like?
Looking for small SUVs.
Oh, very good. Did anything strike your fancy?
The Hyundai, the Subaru.
Nice.
Did you see the dogs?
Yes, we did.
Did you pet the dogs?
No,
They're
they
kinda
were all
sleepy.
sleeping.
They're very excited to have been here. Well, here's how the game works. We've got automobile trivia. So we're going to ask you questions. If you get it right, you get a point. First 1 to 5 correct answers, or whoever is leading when time runs out, will be the winner of this fantastic WTMJ prize pack. Are you ready to play the game?
We are.
All right.
All right.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
All right.
Janine, what was the first mass-produced car in the world?
Ford.
Keep going.
The Edsel.
Oh, you were on the right.
No, it was the
you were
model,
on
the Ford
right-
Model T.
Okay.
You were almost there. You were almost there. That's okay. Kevin, what car companies were known as the Big Three?
General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler.
That is correct. Very good. Kevin's on the board with 1 point.
All right, Janine, what car model is often associated with James Bond?
Oh, the Alfa Romeo.
Again, so close.
It's so close. It's the Aston Martin.
You're so close. Listen, your guesses are right on the money, so don't think
One
you're
of
doing
one of
fine.
them's gonna be right.
At least they're car names.
That's true.
That is. It was a car. You did say Conestoga wagon. You said car. That was great. All right, Kevin's only got 1 point, though. Don't let him
right.
get to you. Maybe you'll have a second point here, Kevin. What is the most popular car color in the world? Is it black, white, red, or blue?
I'm going to go with black.
It's actually white.
It was white. Janine, you can get back on the board.
All right. All right. Which car brand uses the slogan "The Ultimate Driving Machine"?
You've seen the commercials. You probably walked by some in there. Starts with a B.
Buick.
Oh, it's a BMW.
But Buick does start with a B, and it's a car. So again, credit where credit is due. We're back to Kevin. Kevin, what's the world's largest automotive company? Is it Ford, BMW? I'm sorry to bring it up if that triggers you, Janine. Volkswagen or Honda?
Volkswagen.
Wow, very nice. It is Volkswagen. Very good. Kevin has 2 points.
All right, Janine. I wouldn't know this, so I'm going to give you that. The most iconic muscle car is the Ford what?
Mustang.
There you go.
Janine is on the board. It's 2-1. Kevin to Janine. That was very good. All right, Kevin, here we go. What was the first American-produced Japanese car? Was it the Honda Accord, the Nissan Sentra, the Toyota Celica, or the Subaru Outback?
Honda Accord.
Okay.
Honda Accord is absolutely right. 3-1. Oh, Kevin's on a runaway.
All right.
Runaway train.
Janine, what sports car brand is known for its 911 model, first introduced in 1963?
The 911. Porsche.
The Porsche.
Ah!
Porsche is
Cheat.
I have a little tickle. It's 3-2. All right, Kevin, we're going to make it easy for you then with a true or false. True or false, Carl Friedrich Benz is credited with making the first gasoline automobile. True or false? Carl Friedrich Benz.
Yes, true.
It's true. It is
Got it.
4-2.
How come I don't get a true or false?
Wait a minute. That is the bell. That means time is up. That means with a score of 4-2, Kevin has defeated Janine. But I'm sure Janine is going to get the bag. Congratulations, Kevin. Thank you for playing. Thank you, Janine, for playing. Nicely done.
you.
That Porsche question, you pulled it out. It was fantastic. Thank you guys for playing. Thanks for being here.
Thanks,
Enjoy
guys.
the
Super
rest of the
fun.
day.
You're welcome.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. All right, let's do this, and we'll come back and start wrapping things up. It's Spanning the State.
The Upswing with Jeff Sherman.
What are you seeing in terms of availability and pricing, and has it impacted your poke restaurants?
Egg prices have been crazy right now. I've talked to a couple of our vendors, and they were joking at we're entering at this time of the market, and I think things will level out in the next month or 1 to 3 months. I think by the time we open, it should be somewhat leveled out, and we'll figure it out.
Weekdays from 10 to 11 on WTMJ. Presented by Horicon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs.
Save on the best quality furniture and mattresses during the President's Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. With major discounts from our premier suppliers, you will save big bucks on top brands like Bradenton Young, made in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Bradenton Young is known for its fine quality leather upholstery. Fjords brings you modern Scandinavian design recliners and sofas, ergonomically engineered for more hip and back support. Norwalk, with American roots that go back over 100 years, specializes in making furniture just for you. Choose the piece, style, fabric, or leather you want, and in just 35 days, we'll deliver your new sofa, chair, or sectional. In-stock or special orders are all sale priced. Need a little help putting it all together? At Ken Michaels Furniture, our design staff is ready to help you with your purchases, and it's free. Stop in today and save now during the President's Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
Many times, patients have symptoms they didn't know were actually related to their airway breathing issues.
I was suffering from sinus issues, jaw issues, and neck pain. I guess I just kind of had my breaking point.
Unfortunately, this is typical. But until you get to the root of your problem, it's going to just persist. Fortunately, Jody took action, and the results were typical as well.
My quality of life is so different, but one of the first things that I noticed was my breathing. I don't ever remember being able to breathe like that.
Being able to breathe freely is life-changing, and the effects can go beyond that.
Sleeping better, having more energy, and it seemed as if all of those symptoms that I had just melted away.
And thank heavens for that, because at Advent, results are what drive us, helping you breathe well so you can live better.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
$1 doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee, Waukesha, Fort Atkinson, and Jefferson. Griffin. The buck stops here. The deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
I believe it's time for me to fly.
All right. Any other cars you're going to go check out, Brian? I think
I just
drop that big bonus on.
Yeah, we're getting. I skim a lot off the prize money for the game show. They give us a huge budget, and I spend $6 on the prize pack, and then I keep the other $1.50.
Yeah, so
myself.
you can buy a car at the auto show.
That's right. So I could start saving up. No, but I will on the ride home be dreaming of that new car smell, which I've never encountered, but I've been told is wonderful. That feeling of being behind the wheel of a.
Are you not
going
to go into that Ford simulator? That was the one thing that looked really fun and like interactive. Besides the dogs, obviously.
It did look fun and interactive. It also looked small, and I don't think I'm the frame for that. Maybe our Austin Richardson, our bull rider friend, he seemed small enough to get in there. I think you'd be too tall for it.
Yeah, it did not look very big. I also don't know if I'd be very good at it. I was terrible at Mario Kart.
Really?
Oh my God, I was always driving off the ledge. It's like I didn't have the soft touch needed for that game.
I didn't have Mario Kart. I played Night Driver on Atari, which was that one I was pretty good, which probably leads to why I drive so fast, because I could do that game pretty well.
All right.
That's about
Translate.
it. Yeah.
Transferable skills.
That's right. That and the prayer that nobody has these dashboard cams that Debbie Lazago was talking about. So if you're still coming, the auto show runs through Sunday. Tickets for adults are only $15, so make sure you come on out. There's a lot of families here. There's things to do. You can grab yourself, some pamphlets. They've got swag in there.
They have beverages. They have adult beverages.
Yes, they do. That's how you make the decision where you go, we can afford it, honey. And then tomorrow you wake up and you go, the car payment is how much?
I literally was like watching. I was like, oh wow, I can get a cocktail. It's only it's in the afternoon.
Well, it's right there, literally a stone's throw. This is probably the closest we've been to cocktails, and I'm not mad at it.
Not mad. I mean, we didn't have one. Don't get me wrong. No. I know our boss is listening, but
really,
we're done now. So maybe I will.
Well. We'll be done. So we will be back next week for another week of fun and adventure. John and Julia are standing by again. A shout out to they were ready to play the game. They were a little disappointed when our two contestants sat down, because I think they wanted to play. John was ready to flex his automobile knowledge on Julia.
I think my money would be on John, but you never know. feel like Julie could be a dark horse with some
Julie
random knowledge.
She might have some automotive spunk. She does. She's got an attitude that is not afraid to get in the mix. So they're coming up next. Have a great weekend. There's a lot to do. Enjoy today's weather because it's going to get cold tomorrow. But Wisconsin's afternoon next from the Milwaukee Auto Show.
See ya.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ.